Hey guys, just thought that I would do a quick little vlog. I'm getting ready tomorrow to start doing a new diet called the Starch Solution, which is a vegan diet, but where you get most of your calories from starches and vegetables. So right now I'm really trying to just pare down on some of my weight. I have about 40-ish extra pounds that I need to lose right now. So this will help me maximize my weight loss while still staying in a vegan realm. Some people will try like a low-carb veganism, which is really great if you're diabetic. So there's lots of different ways you can kind of optimize your weight loss, but this is the way that I'm trying now. So basically with the Starch Solution, I'm cutting all sugar, I'm cutting all fats, so added fats such as like oils, and for the time being until I start really noticing a decline in weight, I will also abstain from fats that come from natural sources such as nuts, avocados, coconut, olives, etc. So that's kind of what's going on. So I thought I'd show you really quick what I'm doing in the way of food prep for my first night. And I will turn around this camera here. All right, so I'll be back in just a second. So right here I have a huge bowl of pre-sliced, just regular russet potatoes. And what I'm going to do is, now that I've got them sliced, I'm going to rinse them, and then they will stay in this bowl. I will top them with water and leave them in the fridge and just let them hang out there. Soaking your potatoes will yield a crispier oven-baked potato when you put it in the oven. Some of the starches have already been pulled out of there that kind of make them a little bit gummy or a little bit more elastic. This will help the outside of them be a little bit more crisp. On this spot right here, and actually I am ready to pull this off. This is a huge, hopefully I won't spill it too badly. This is a huge thing of brown rice. So I've prepped up a huge portion of it because a lot of what I will be eating will have rice as a staple, as well as some potatoes. Over here, pardon my dishes I just did. I've got some white beans soaking here, and then also some chickpeas soaking here. And I will cook those up when I am ready to do that. And then last but not least, so here's that coming out of the bathroom over there. I have some sweet potatoes that are boiling on the stovetop. These, after they become soft, I will take them, put them in a bowl, season them, stir them up, and then those will be ready to pop into the oven. I kind of twice cook them, and that way you get a nice kind of crispy outer layer, but a nice kind of velvety, tasty sweet potato on the inside. So that's kind of where I'm at prep-wise. As far as turn back around here. As far as what I have for breakfast, I'll probably be doing a lot of oatmeal, and of course, tons and tons and tons of vegetables, and then fruit as well. I've got some baked apples actually going in the oven right now. So that's kind of the concept that I'm running with now, and I will keep you guys posted as things progress. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye. Okay, so here's kind of what I do with the rice. I cook this rice up in bulk so that I will have it available to me in the fridge at all times. There's no seasoning in here, so basically what I'm going to do is pre-season using some onion powder, quite a bit of it. With the Starch Solution, they like you to try to abstain from salt as much as possible. I think the preponderance is that salt will kind of lend some people towards overeating, as is the same with sugar. So they kind of have you just steer clear of that. I will not completely abstain from salt because it is bae for me, but I will abstain from cooking with it, and what I will do is just salt it as needed when I'm actually eating. So now what I'm putting on here is just some garlic powder. Some other things that I could potentially add in here later would be some diced onions, some tomato. I also have a little bit of Mrs. Dash, so that's good. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on there. It's got a nice peppery, lemony flavor to it. So I put all of that in there and I just give it a good stir, and that's what's going on with the rice. It'll just hang out in the fridge until I'm ready to take out a portion, heat it up, and eat it up. All right, so these are the baked apples. Pretty simple. Since we're not doing any of the added sugar, I literally just took some apples I had in the fridge that have been sitting there for a while, chopped them up, and tossed them in some cinnamon. And then just put them in the oven. I lined the pan so I don't have to clean up too much. And those will just hang out in the fridge until I get a sweet tooth, which is a lot of the time. So this will be probably the biggest challenge, will be the sweets. So anyway, hopefully this will help. And also I have, oatmeal available as well, which I can sweeten with a little bit of maple syrup, although we're gonna try to forego that as much as possible. So those are the baked apples. All right, so here are the sweet potatoes that have been pulled out of the water and drained. I don't think I mentioned before, but when I boil these potatoes, I actually boil them with a little bit of baking soda in the water. That helps kind of with, pull something out of the potatoes. I can't remember the exact science of it, but it helps make the potatoes nice and creamy. Since they are being double baked, there will be kind of a crust around the outer edge of it, and inside it will be a nice creamy potato. On these, I have put garlic powder, onion powder, and curry powder. If you've never had curry before, it's turmeric and paprika, a blend of herbs that is used a lot in Indian cooking. I love it. So I put it on the potatoes and stirred it all up. And what you will see is that on the outside of these potatoes, there's kind of like a thin layer of mashed potatoes around the outside of it. And that's what is gonna get crispy when it's in the oven. Now, if I can figure out who it was that I learned this from, I'll link the video underneath, but I can't right offhand remember. However, the recipe that I initially came across called for oil in this, and I am doing it without oil because we're not doing any added oils, and I'm also doing it without the added salt. So we'll see how these turn out. You're gonna line these out on a lined parchment paper, and I'm gonna kind of show you a little bit of that, because the most important part is that you don't want to crowd the potatoes too much. So you're literally gonna just kind of line them up like that. And it does take up a lot of space, and most people's tendency is to just pile them on there, but don't do that. You want plenty of space for the potatoes to be able to breathe while they're cooking. Even if you have to do it in 2 batches, trust me, it is worth it. So yeah, that's the sweet potatoes. And I will show you the finished product when I pull it out. And these are the potatoes when they're finished. So you can see they've changed color quite a bit, but if you get in close enough here, let's see if I can do this. You can see where they've gotten like good and crispy here. So they're really tasty. I did try them already, and I can tell you that I definitely miss the oil and the salt. And it just seems like they're not as sweet as they were last time. And some of that may be because I cut them up into bigger chunks. And it may be just the fact that there's no salt and no oil on them. But this is part of what you have to sacrifice when you have a goal in mind sometimes. But this is the gist of that. And then basically what I do is then I take them off the parchment paper, and then I just toss them in a Tupperware like this. And then when I'm ready to eat them, I can either pop them back in the oven to crisp them up even more, or just pop them in the microwave. Although I do try to avoid the microwave when I can. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, that's the gist of the potatoes. Hope y'all have a great night. Good morning, everybody. It's Aaron, aka Papa, here on a dreary day. It is the 21st of October, and today I begin my journey with the Starch solution, or modified Starch solution, I should say, because I'm not doing everything exactly. But I am actually working right now. I'm delivering kind of like an Uber Eats type of thing, but a different company. And I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for something to pop up, a delivery for me to do. In the meantime, I got myself Dunkin' Donuts, a non-sweetened iced coffee with a shot of espresso. We are supposed to not have caffeine on this, and I actually forgot about it until I ordered it, and then I didn't want to be that guy at the window. So, very first thing in the morning, fail. But that doesn't have to affect the rest of my day. So I'm gonna drink this and I'm gonna enjoy it. And I did pack some food for just in case I don't have time to run home. And then I also have a nice big jug of, this is my Gigantor jug. It's filled with herbal iced tea, and yes, I crocheted that because I'm that guy. Anyway, so I guess this is the start of my day today, and as I eat, I will let you all know and show you what I'm eating so that you guys can get an idea. Oh, a weigh-in will happen at some point. I'm not sure when though, because I don't have a scale at the house, so I either need to go buy one or need to go somewhere where I can weigh. I will figure that out. So I hope you guys are having a great day so far. I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, guys. So this is breakfast, so to speak. I actually didn't eat breakfast this morning because I got up and just hit the road running. And I don't mind fasting a little bit throughout the day, with the exception of my coffee. This will be my first meal, and I'm just doing some brown rice with corn in it. I did salt it a little bit, and there's of course a bunch of like garlic and onion powder and such in it, so it smells really fragrant and delicious. And we'll see what it's like. It's fine. It's okay. It's definitely bland. And I need some sauce or something on it. I should have brought some soy sauce or something with me, but like I said, this is day one. They say your palate adjusts over time, so that things like this are really delicious. A bland diet's really delicious. We will see. I'm definitely gonna miss the salt, and it may be that I just need to like over spice the food to compensate for the salt. So we'll see. But this I'm gonna eat. And it should be fine. It will definitely nourish me and give me energy. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just waiting on more deliveries. I haven't had much today, but it is kind of a dreary, gross day out. So I'm just parked right now, eating a little food and waiting for the next delivery. And that's it for now. Bye. Hey guys, I'm finally home from working most of the day today, and I'm starving. All I had today was the rice and corn that I showed you guys earlier. My first impression of the Starch solution is that it's super bland, and so I've decided to reintroduce salt into the cooking process because I have to have flavor or I will not stick with it. So we'll reevaluate that at a later date if I'm not losing the way that I want to, or if I'm finding that I'm overeating, then we'll readdress that situation. But for now, salt is back in. So for dinner tonight, I'm just gonna kind of show you really quick. It's delicious. I've already started eating it because I was starving. Here we go. I've got some Brussels sprouts. I just put some minced garlic in there. Also some soy sauce and a little bit of maple syrup, and cooked those until they were warm. They are stupid good. And I also made some curry chickpeas. So those are chickpeas that I just boiled by themselves. I like to reserve the water from the chickpeas for aquafaba. So I actually cooked those just completely plain, drained off the water, and then added the spices. And after they were already cooked, they are really, really good. And then I have some potato slices or wedges in the oven that are roasting I just tossed them in some garlic powder and some salt. So as soon as those are done, I will eat those, but I couldn't wait for those. So I went on ahead and made me a bowl of the other stuff. So this is what it looks like here. This is probably not all I will eat. I will probably eat another helping of this and then also the potatoes. So I hope this is helpful to anyone watching. And this should be it for today. Hope you have a great night, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
Like that.
Hey guys, how's it going? Today is day 3 of the Starch solution. I didn't do any recording on day 2, mostly just because I ate all of the same stuff I ate on day 1. So nothing particularly interesting as far as the food goes, but I did notice some things yesterday about being on the diet. The first was that I really didn't like it yesterday. I was really kind of dissatisfied with all of it, which I guess can be expected. I mean, nobody loves to be on a diet at first. Eventually, hopefully, things turn around and you start seeing the benefits of it, and you're like, oh yeah, this is great, and I want to stay on this and keep reaping the benefits. But a lot of times the first week, sometimes 2 weeks, are really problematic and just kind of like icky, I know that I felt kind of like sludgy. My intestines felt really like cranky. I know with this diet I'm eating just a massive ton of fiber, so there's just so much going on my insides trying to like get things figured out and worked out, and your body is maybe potentially detoxifying off of stuff and getting used to a new atmosphere in the guts and whatnot. So anyway, so I noticed that, and then I also noticed too that food started tasting a little bit different, and that's just day 2. Like I started noticing I have still been adding salt and whatnot to my food. I haven't been cooking with it, but I've been adding it as I'm eating because I cannot do the bland. But I haven't been overeating. Yesterday I did sit down and calculate all of my calories for the day. And mind you, I didn't keep track of them while I was eating throughout the day, but at the end of the day I was just curious as to kind of what I ended up at. And I ended up at about 1,800 calories. Now, yesterday I ate breakfast, which I don't normally do. And I just went kind of crazy with eating, just because I felt like it and I felt dissatisfied, and so I just kept eating. So I ended up at about 8, but with all of that being said, I only ate 1,800 calories, which is still a deficit, which is still pretty cool. And I ate way more than I normally do. So I know that calorically I'm on the right track. I'm not going to make a habit of tracking calories, just because there's no way to live and it's not sustainable. So what I did find out though, is a large portion of that 1,800 calories was chickpeas. I did not realize how many calories were in chickpeas. If you have not looked into that and you eat chickpeas and you are trying to lose weight, I would advise against it. They are very, very heavy calorically. So keep that in mind when you're choosing legumes. If you're on a vegan diet and you're choosing legumes and you are trying to lose some weight, steer clear of the chickpeas for a while. They're really, really good because they are nutritionally dense for the calories that they provide, but they are calorically high, and they are high in calories. So you get much less nutrition, but also a considerable amount less calories from, like, say, black beans or white beans. You still get all the fiber and you still get all the protein. So those are all things that you consider when you're kind of choosing the things that are going to work for you for your diet. And then lastly, the thing that I really noticed is it's like, I'm still not always making the best decision for this diet for my maximum weight loss, and that it's still within the parameters of what the diet calls for, but it's not the best decision. And this is something that I think a lot of people deal with when they are first getting on a diet. They think if it's not perfect, and I do this too a lot. If I'm not perfect about it from the very beginning, then screw it, I might as well have a large pizza tonight. And I really did, after I tracked my calories, I expected it to be considerably less, and it wasn't. And I did for a moment have that moment of, screw it, I'm just gonna have pizza, or what does it matter, I'll start fresh tomorrow. But I managed to talk myself into just eating some grapes and going to bed. And I'm happy that I did that today. So here I am, day 2, long work day today. So I will do my best to post what I eat, but I have a feeling I'll probably eat right before I go into the restaurant. And then probably won't eat again until I get home from the restaurant. So probably only 2 large meals today, which is not what I love to do. I'm not having breakfast. I don't like breakfast, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm just having coffee this morning. So I hope this is helpful to anybody who's like kind of thinking about it, thinking about a diet or whatever. I'm just trying to talk through the emotions because I find that's helpful to me when I watch it. So I will see you all a little bit later today. Thank you. I don't know. Bye. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just home now to get some food in me. I have been delivering since 8 o'clock this morning. It's been super slow. And all I've had is coffee, which has made me pretty jittery actually. I don't really like this feeling, and I'm wondering if maybe that's why they don't do caffeine while on the starch solution, is because of the fact that there's less, I don't know. It's made me jittery. I also may be a little bit dehydrated too, because I haven't been drinking as many fluids as I should be. So we are going to get on top of that. But first and foremost, I'm gonna get some food in me. I am actually just gonna have something really simple. I've got some rice in there, and I've got some frozen Brussels sprouts. So I'm gonna make some of those Brussels sprouts that I made the other day with a little bit of maple syrup and soy sauce and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna have rice and Brussels sprouts. Pretty simple, but I will show you the plate in just a minute. So this is what they look like. Again, if this is just some soy sauce, little maple syrup, onion powder, and garlic powder. And then I just cook them on a nice high heat until the sauce is reduced a little bit and gets a little bit more caramelized. And then I just take all of the Brussels sprouts and dump them on top of the rice. There were a few sweet potatoes left, so I went on ahead and grabbed those as well. And then the leftover sauce from Brussels sprouts will pair nicely with the rice. So that's what I'm eating. It's a fairly big bowl. I'm gonna gobble that down because I'm starving. All right, guys, so I just got finished eating my Brussels sprouts and rice, and guys, I'm super displeased. And I mean, it was fine, but even with everything, all the spices and everything that I put in it, it was really bland. And I'm just waiting for this like magical taste bud change to happen, because this is not doing it for me. And I really want to stick with this at least for 30 days and see how it goes, and then go from there. So no quitting, but there's got to be a way, to make this more palatable and enjoyable, because people do it and people stick with it for years even. So I'm missing something somewhere, but I will figure it out. I just need to do some more research. So this lunch, not so great, but that's okay. You win some, you lose some, and in the end, I will succeed. See you guys later. Guys, so I am freshly back from the restaurant and I'm starving. So what I'm going to have here, so I've got some corn tortillas that I have cooked just on a flat top with no oil or anything like that. And then I just have some curry chickpeas left over from what I made 2 days ago. But like I said, these are way more caloric than I thought they were. So a cup of them is like 800 calories. So I'm just measuring out half a cup so that I only have half that many calories, and I'm just gonna spread them out evenly among these tacos here, and then just kind of eat them like little curry chicky tacos. And literally that's all I'm having for dinner right now, mostly just because I'm getting ready to go deliver again. And I think I may eat one more time tonight. If I do, I probably won't video it because it'll be late when I get back. But that should, if I do, I'll take a picture of it and just upload it at the end of this video. But with that being said, it looks like I'll probably upload, I can turn this around. I'll probably upload this video at the end of day 3, because where I have the video right now, it's almost like already 30 minutes. So I'll upload, you know, I don't want to be posting like 2-hour-long videos. So I'll post it probably tonight or early tomorrow, and then I will continue from day 4 on the next footage. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this. If you feel the need, leave comments below. If I had questions that you could answer, leave that below. And always feel free to subscribe if you'd like, and follow me on this journey. Who knows where it will lead. Again, this is AJ, aka Aaron, aka Papa, and I hope that you all are living your best life. Cheers. All right, guys, final post for this upload. I did end up working the dinner shift for delivery. It was super slow. It just made me hungry from boredom. But here I am with a starch solution, fried rice, no oil, no sugar, a little maple syrup to just kind of balance out the flavors. I've already taste tested it. It's really good. So anyway, I will start tomorrow fresh, first thing in the morning. I think I'm going to try and go ahead and get all of this like edited and uploaded. Well, it's already pretty much edited except for this clip. So hopefully I will get this up tonight or get it uploaded while I'm sleeping. So I hope you all have a fantastic evening, and I will see you on the flippity flop. Bye.